Jai Hind. Myself, Dr. Santosh Kumar Upadhyay, Associate Professor in CSC Department, Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College, Ghaziabad. Dear students, today I am here by taking a important topic of cloud computing, and that is the cloud security. Okay, we have seen at the different semester in the form of different books like cryptography, network security, that what are the concern about the security. What does mean by the computer security? Okay, because computer security is the umbrella term, and then under that umbrella term we talk about the cloud security, we talk about the internet security, we talk about the cyber security, computer security, data security, and number of different fields are there. Okay, so before going for the cloud security, what is the security? Okay, what does it mean? Because this is the umbrella term that are used widely, not only in computer science but in other field also. Okay, so security, when we talk about the security, that means we are ensuring three things. Okay, what is this? C, I, and A. That means I'm saying that when I'm going to define the security, computer security, then we are trying to define, or we're trying to address three things. CIA. This is known as the CIA paradigm. C for confidentiality. Confidentiality. Okay. C for confidentiality, I for, this is C, and I for integrity. Okay, integrity, and A for availability. Okay, that means when we talk about cloud security, or in fact when we talk about the computer security, we address these three things, or we can say we ensure that there is a confidentiality of the data and application, there is a integrity, we are ensuring the integrity of the data, and we are ensuring the availability of the resources, that may be data, file, or any computing resource like server. So these three things are commonly known as computer security. Okay, CIA. Okay, CIA, confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Sometimes confidentiality is also known as the privacy. Okay, privacy. That means that data is confidential. What does it mean by the confidentiality? How we define the confidentiality or the privacy? Confidential means top secret of anything, that may be data, application, or any other things. It means that we are ensuring the identity of the user of computing resources, that may be data or application, or it may be computing resource like server. That means genuine person or legitimate person only can access the data or any computing resources. If we ensure this, that means only genuine person can read, access, or use the data or application or computing resource, then we can say our system is confidential. Data is private. Privacy is preserved here. Confidentiality is preserved here. Okay. In simple language, that means only the legitimate user, legal user, right user can access the data or applications. Okay, that is the confidentiality. So that is a primary concern in security. Other is the integrity. What does it mean? Integrity means we are ensuring the originality of data or application or the information whatever is accessed by the legitimate user. That means the same data, ditto data or application we are using, that is given by the legitimate the sender of that particular application or information. So this is the integrity, means originality is verified here. That means we are accessing same data, or we are accessing the same website. Sometimes the phishing attack. Okay, that means when we try to write anything or any website in Google, then it may be possible that number of fake website with the same appearance may be available, and when we are accessing or we are going and sign on some fake website, that our identity should be hacked at the same time. Okay, or we can divert it to some compromised server. So whatever we do, all the pattern, all the trends are recorded, and that may be used for some attack that may be happen in future. Okay, this is kind of passive attack. The type of attack, active attack and passive attack, like that. So this is the integrity, means originality of data or application or website or the computing resources are ensured. The other is the this is the availability. What does it mean? This is also a security concern. Availability, this is the third most important pillar of the computer security. Availability means whenever we require some data, file, application or any computing resource like server, that should be readily available at the same time. If we succeed to ensure this, we can say our system is secure, because that provide the availability. Means availability is achieved here, availability is preserved here. Okay, so all these three terms commonly in combined form define this umbrella term. This is the computer security. So cloud security is same. That means in cloud security, that means we are ensuring these three things. What are three things? Confidentiality, integrity and availability. Okay, I think this is now clear. What is the computer security? Okay, we are the process of ensuring all these three paradigm, three important pillar or three important factor. So we are talking about the cloud security here. So we can see here in this coming slides, what are the challenges, what are the best practices that should be applied in order to ensure the security, and what are the future trends. Then let's describe the introduction to the cloud security. So cloud security refer to the technologies, policies and control used to protect data, application and infrastructure in cloud computing. Okay, so here cloud security refer to the technologies. That means we are going to use some technologies, some technology. For what purpose? For ensuring the security. Okay, so technology is one, one phase or one measurement. What are the security measure? So this is the one measure. Policies, this is also a second measure. This is the first measure, technology. Second, the policy, this is the third measure that can be applied, that is used to apply, and controls, this is the third measure. Okay, so this is these three things can be used to ensure the security. So to protect the data and application, data and application in common, known as in computing or in cloud computing, known as, tell me what is this? This is the SaaS, software as a service. Okay, data and application in common, known as SaaS in cloud computing. That means we are going to ensure the SaaS applications. The applications are software that we are going to use from the cloud. And then infrastructure in the cloud. What is the infrastructure? Infrastructure, that is the IaaS, infrastructure as a service. IaaS, infrastructure as a service. Okay. And meanwhile, between this SaaS and IaaS, there is a PaaS also. Okay, the platform as a security, essential for businesses to prevent cyber threat and data breaches. Because here everything we use from the cloud, and further, if we have any important data, we are going to store on the cloud data center. Okay, so there should be proper security concern, security measurement, so that we can protect our data applications, and we can ensure that there is no data breaches and cyber threat in our applications or data. Ensures compliance with regulations such as GDPR, HIPAA and ISO 27001. These are the standards. Okay, so standards and protocol are also a very important parameter that are used, or you can say the compute means security measurement that can be applied to ensure the security. Okay, so these are the standards. What does it mean by standard? What is the protocol? Protocol is set of rules. And standard, the set of rules, regulations that are widely accepted by all the countries, or you can say the globally accepted. That is the standard. That means the same protocol, there is a protocol, we are understanding the same thing, and the same thing is also understood by the other countries, USA, UK and Pakistan, Afghanistan, China, France. Okay, that work as a standard. So HIPAA stands for Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. This is an act which ensures the privacy of patient information by ensuring integrity, confidentiality and availability of patient records. Okay, what is the GDPR? GDPR stands for General Data Protection, okay, regulation. This is a law that govern how personal data of EU for European Union can be processed and transferred. So there are the number of security standards which are applied globally and used by the cloud user and cloud provider, both side. Benefit of cloud security, lots of benefits are there. Okay, because you know that there are the number of challenges and the problems we can face when the security is breaches, security is penetrated by the attacker. Okay, so data protection through encryption and access control, we can ensure our data by which measurement? By applying the encryption techniques, by applying the access control management. Protection against DOS, DDoS and cyber attack. DDoS is a very well known and very well known attack that are used by the attacker. This is the denial of service attack, DDoS. DDoS is attack that violate availability of computing resources. That may be file, that may be server. So in this case, maximum this make unreachable. This make unreachable. Server will be unreachable. Okay, this is the DDoS attack. DDoS attack, distributed denial of service. That means server will be in the denial mode. Attacker have flood the unnecessary message, keeps busy without business to the server. And what will be the consequence? consequence will be when legitimate user try to access the server, that will be unreachable because that is busy in the unnecessary work that is given by the attacker. Okay. So DOS cyber attack, compliance with security regulations. Okay, because each and every country has its own laws, cyber laws. Okay, so when you have proper mechanism, computer security mechanism, then that should be adhere with the government laws regarding the cloud computing and the cyber security. So that will be in the compliance with the security regulation, enhance scalability and availability. Availability I have told you, that is the important parameter. So enhance scalability. Scalability means number of user support. Okay, when the maximum number of user can use the system without degradation of the performance, it is known as this is the scalable system. Availability means whenever we require, we get our resource. There should not be any lock-in. Okay, reduce operational cost. Okay, so operational cost should be will be reduced when there is a proper security measurement. Key cloud security challenges. Let us see what are the cloud security challenges. Data breaches, insecure APIs, misconfigurations, insider threats, compliance issues. Okay, so these are the basic, or you can say these are the broad security challenge terms. Okay, data breaches means, what is the breach? Breach means that is violated. Data is accessed by the unauthorized user. Okay, so unauthorized access to the sensitive data. This is the data breach. Insecure API, poorly secured interface, exposed cloud resources. Okay, whenever you are designing some APIs for a particular service, to giving a service to the consumer, so that API should be proper secure. There should not be any backdoor. There should not be any unnoticed port open. These are the number of ways that you have to check properly, because that can be used by the attacker to attack, to launch, to inject some malicious code inside the website, inside the applications. So this is the challenge that should be resolved. Misconfiguration, weak security setting can lead to vulnerabilities. Okay, if you are developer and you have no proper security measurement and mechanism, then it may be possible that some unnoticed loophole will be there, and then that can be used by the attacker to compromise your system. So weak security settings is also issues. So how this can be resolved? This can be resolved by proper guideline, proper policies, proper security training to the employees or to the developer. Insider threat, malicious or careless employee can expose data. This is a very challenging task or the threat. Insider threat. Okay, because maximum of our attention is toward the outside world. Okay, so nobody can access our system, nobody can penetrate our system, no outsider are allowed without verifying their identities. Okay, we use the IDS, intrusion detection system, IPS, intrusion prevention system, firewall. All these are used to, for what purpose? To address outsider attack. But what if there is a malicious user inside? It may be possible that some user is wrong attention, means wrong, that can be use some launch some attack, some threat inside. Okay, so this is very important to address the insider threat, malicious or careless. That may be knowingly or unknowingly. Unknowingly means careless employee that are not aware about the security concern. Okay, and some maybe knowingly that can be launched inside that. So compliance issues meeting legal and regulatory requirements. So all regulatory and legal requirements should be satisfied, and that legal requirement may be published by the state government, central government, or that may be some standard that are globally accepted. Okay, so I think this is clear. What are the security challenges? Cloud security best practices. What should be applied? What should be used to ensure all these challenges? Data encryption. Encrypt data at rest and in transit is very important. Data encryption. Encryption is of two types. Okay, private key encryption and public key encryption. Public key encryption. Encryption is of two types, private key and public key encryption. So as per our need, different algorithm, different technology concept are there for the encryption we can use. Okay, like private key encryption means the same key is used for the encryption purpose and for decryption purpose. Just for a very simple example, we are using, in analytical reasoning, we are using some code. Like if we write computer as some other words, replaced by some other words, then in the same manner, what we can write for the application. Okay. So in that cases, the same key means there may be some same shifting. That means like this. Suppose RAM is a word. We want to encode this. Means we want to encode this. So R may be T, A may be C, M may be O. What is this? This is R plus 2. 2 key, we shift 2 key right word, that will be T. R, then S, T. Second number, second letter after that can be written like T. A, second letter after A. B, C, means C will be written. M, after M, second letter. N, then O. O will be written. Okay, encoding. And what we can do for the decrypting, decode the message, the same. But only plus and minus will be there. So plus and minus, this is the algorithm technique. Yeah, this is the encryption techniques. Okay, and the key is same, 3 key. Okay, so two letter are shifted from left to right. This is the key, and the algorithm is plus for the encryption and minus for decryption. So data encryption, and then identity access management. This will be covered in the next lecture in detail. Security monitoring, use real-time security tools, regulatory audits, zero trust security. That means don't trust to anybody in the case of security. Then some popular cloud security monitoring tool like Datalog, okay, New Relic, Amazon CloudWatch, App Dynamics. These are the some very important tools that can be used for the scanning or for the security monitoring. Cloud security models, there are the different model like share responsibility model. Okay, that means user and provider both have the same concern about the securities. Infrastructure as a service model, use manages security of operating system, application and data. Platform as a service model, SaaS model. Okay, SaaS security model, PaaS security model, infrastructure as a security model, and shared responsibility model. All these are the different models that can be used. What are the different kind of tools? Okay, so firewall, as I have told you, can be used. IDS, intrusion detection system, so that no outsider can intrude our system. IPS, intrusion prevention system. Okay, then security information and event management, SIEM. Zero trust security, access control, and cloud access security broker. These are the different kind of tools and technologies that can be used. There are some case study for the cloud security breaches like Capital One data breach that will happen in 2019. Misconfigured firewall led to data theft of over 100 million of customer. Okay, this is the case when the proper configuration of security is not there in the system. Facebook data exposure in 2019, publicly accessible Amazon S3 bucket exposed under user data. So what are the lessons that we learn from these exposure? Regulatory audits should be there, proper configuration should be there, restrict public access to the sensitive data, implement multi-layer securities. Okay, so these are the particular lesson that we learn. And what are the future trends for this security? We can use now this AI, machine learning, okay, generative AI, generative AI, GAI, okay, zero trust architecture, enhanced cloud computing compliance, serverless security, protecting serverless computing environment. So these are the different kind of research that are going on for ensuring very good security system for the cloud applications and data and infrastructure. Okay, thank you. We will meet in the next lecture for a very important topic, that is the IAM, Identity Access Management.